Hi, we're here with Dominique from the Alsatian region of France. And Dominique, could you tell us a little bit about your family's history in the winery?
Yes, so I have met my husband because we studied viticulture and enology together a long time ago, and so I am not native from Alsace. I am native from Beaujolais, but because we met, I have been working with my husband now for nearly 30 years. So we nearly started from scratch because our estate is located in a valley which was very damaged by the First World War, and then during the Second World War the whole village was destroyed. So no more houses, that means no more wineries. So after the Second World War, nobody vinified anymore. This village, Viroval, which is located in the valley of Munster, and my father-in-law was the first who started to rebuild the vineyard, but it was so hard work that he decided to bring his grapes to a co-op. And my husband and I, as we studied viticulture and enology, we decided to create our own estate in the early 80s. And so we started to buy fallow lands and to replant the vines. And step by step we developed our estate to 4 hectares, so this is a bit more than 10 acres, I think. And then when my parents-in-law retired, we joined the Boss estate, so nowadays we work on 45 acres.
Okay.
And the whole vineyard now of the village reach a bit more than 95 hectares.
Yeah.
But still nowadays we are the only wine producer in this village.
Wow. I know you guys do a Riesling, a Pinot Gris, and a Gewürztraminer, and a Pinot Noir. Is there any other varietals that you guys produce?
Yes, we produce all the different varieties which are traditionally grown in Alsace. So we also grow Sylvaner, Muscat, and how do you say Gewürztraminer? Yes.
Yeah.
So we have Pinot Blanc, le Sylvaner, Muscat, Pinot Gris,
Wow.
Gewürztraminer, Riesling of course, and Pinot Noir.
So you talked earlier off camera about your vineyards that were planted on very steep hillsides.
Yes.
How high is the highest elevation on those?
So our vineyard benefits from the highest elevation in Alsace, which is 550 meters. I do not know with feet how much.
So that's about 1,600 feet or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's one of the highest vineyards in Alsace. But as we benefit from southern exposure, so we have very good radiations of the sun during the day, and the grapes mature very well. But because of the elevation during the night, the temperature goes lower, and that enables the grapes to keep a good acidity and to develop very complex flavors, even if they are well mature. So generally we have wines with a good balance and a great delicacy.
So if somebody was new to the Alsatian region of wines, what would be a few things that you would tell them that makes that region so unique?
At first, Alsace geology is a canyon mosaic. In the world, Alsace region is the region which benefits from the widest kind of terroir, what we name terroir in French. So what we name terroir in French is a kind of love story between the stock, the specific soil, and the specific microclimate. So the Alsace region isn't a very large region, but with a very great diversity because of this very different soil. And so this diversity of soil enables us to grow many different grapes. So each wine producer produces at least 7 different grapes, and of course according the characters of of the vines, and according to the different soil, we will choose to plant this grape or another grape. This is so above all the diversity of the soils, which is very important in Alsace, and then the specific microclimate. So we benefit from a rather semi-continental microclimate with very warm summer during the day, but low temperature during the night, and that enables the grapes to mature slowly and to develop a lot of very delicate flavors.
And good acidity.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and we also benefit from one of the lowest rainfall in France, less than 500 millimeters. This is the same level as Perpignan, for example, which is at the south of France, near the Spain border.
Oh, wow. What are some of the steps that you guys do in the wine making process to ensure that you adequately express the terroir of that particular vineyard?
So to express the terroir, at first you must respect it. You mustn't ask to the earth to give you more than the earth is able to provide. So, for example, our whole vineyard grows on granite soil. The granite is poor in organic matter, so it's impossible to produce big yield, but granite is very rich in minerals. So at first we prune very short during the winter to get low yield, and we also let weeds grow to compete with the vines in order to incite the roots to go deeper in the soil. And of course we do not use any fertilizers in order to incite the roots to go as deeper as possible to seek out the best from the granite.
Right. A couple more questions for you before we wrap up here. If somebody was new to the Alsatian region and hadn't had a whole lot of experience with it, I know it sounds like I framed it like the other question, but what would you tell them in a few short sentences the type of experience that they can have from the Alsatian region?
From Alsatian region or about especially wines?
Well, the wines from the Alsatian region.
Okay.
I mean, what are some of the things that you think that just make them very unique to that region, the wines that come from there?
So I think that it would be really very interesting to try wines from different kind of terroir. So at first to compare, for example, granite to clay, especially with the Riesling.
Yeah.
To understand the different terroir, the Riesling is the best grape to try.
It's the most revealing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Riesling is the grape which reflects the terroir really very strongly. So if you want to understand what the effect of the terroir on the wines, the easiest way is to compare different Riesling. So from granite, from limestone, from what I can say, from clay, we have so many different kind of soils, but it's really with the Riesling that it's easier to understand.
What are some of the other regions around the world that you particularly like and that you particularly enjoy wines from outside of Alsace?
Everywhere where the wines are good. I really enjoy wines from everywhere. Yeah. As soon as they are good. Yeah. So generally I rather prefer dry wines. But I am also fond of wines like port, for example. So the most important thing is to have wines which have a true personality and which are well made, not made in a natural way, not technical wines. This is so wines from wine producer, wine brewer.
Okay, so you just, as long as it's a good wine, you don't really care where it's from, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, I'm the same
yes,
way.
I am very curious, and I enjoy to try everything
Yeah.
and from everywhere.
Cool.
So, but above all, the wine must be good,
Yeah.
made in a natural way, and reflects the specific characteristic of the soil and the specific microclimate. So above all, the wine must have a personality.
Yeah. Just like you. Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll look forward to checking out more of your wines down the road, and we'll link up your website on the bottom of the interview and everything for everybody to check out.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
and,
Dominique.
I invite you to visit Alsace as soon as you can, because it's really a wonderful region.
Would love to someday. Thank you.
Thanks.